What is going on, and welcome back to Seize the Adventure. We are bringing you an inside look into the Overland Expo Mountain West located in Loveland, Colorado. You could get an inside peek at new generation vehicles as well as cutting edge technology in the overland space. There's a variety of different types of vehicles in the overland industry, and that's what makes it so exciting, from teardrops to vans to motorcycles to your earth roamers. It gives you great inspiration on building your own rigs out. For example, maybe my 4Runner will look like this one day. Probably never, but it surely looked pretty cool. It's also a great time to snag some pretty killer deals. So welcome to my take on the Overland Expo Mountain West. Well, not too long after we got there on the first day, Friday, it started to rain pretty dang hard. Thanks to Turtle Box and Colorado camper vans, our beer stayed cold while we waited out the storm. First stop was 4Runner Lifestyle, and I actually bought that shirt that you see in the frame there. And right after this 4Runner, it was time to look at some camper vans. Probably on the higher end of vans here. I think this one was from Vertex in Boulder. Super high top and massive Murphy bed. Beautiful cabinetry, looks like bamboo, with what seemed to be a pretty extensive electrical system. Absolutely sweet collaboration with Colorado Camper Van and Vertex in Boulder. Look at that high top. And now for not only the coolest van at this specific expo, but probably the coolest van that I've ever seen. Absolutely gigantic electrical system. Look at all of those Battleborn batteries. This builder was Boho Vans in Arizona, and these guys played around with a ton of epoxy and some really sweet lighting. I just really liked the feel of the interior of this one. You could do test drives in the new Ram trucks. The Polaris Draco, I believe, which is a really cool side-by-side that had an interior build. Something that I've definitely never seen before, which is a fully electric modular van. I didn't talk to these guys, but I'm assuming that this is a track system that you can attach a variety of cabinets and other modular pieces to. It was also cool to see rigs by other YouTubers. This is Talon Size, brand new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. A Tacoma built by Running for Tacos. I love these pop-up style campers. Whatever you are into, you can find a rig for you at the Overland Expo Mountain West. Now, I've never seen one of these in person, so that was a new experience for me. The Earth Roamer. Earth Roamer, let's do an in-person demo. While I was checking out the Earth Roamer, Nicole was at her favorite vendor, and let me tell you, they made her an absolutely killer cup of coffee. Between all of the different vendors, the really sweet gadgets, I did see someone going around with a microphone asking different people, what is overlanding? What is the definition of overlanding? And that made me think a little bit. Can an overlander drive a Toyota Prius? Or do you have to spend $500,000 on an earth roamer with an infinity pool? Do you have to have a rooftop tent? Or can you just buy a Walmart tent? Does your Toyota Prius have to have slide-out drawers and a stove? Definitely makes you think a little bit. What is the definition of overlanding? And I'll tell you at the end of this video. If you'd like to share with me what your definition of overlanding is, feel free to just throw that down in the comments below. I'd like to call this one the Ski Town Grocery Getter. This is what I imagine people in Vail go to the different grocery stores in. This was my favorite slide-in truck camper. Super lightweight, and it just looked awesome. That just about sums all of the expo up. We just kind of walked around, chatted with vendors, and daydreamed about all the new builds that we have on our horizon. Whether it was a truck camper, an SUV, a teardrop, a pop top, whatever it may be, I was thoroughly impressed at the variety of different things that you can take outdoors and go camping. And that, my friends, is the true definition of overlanding. Whether it's your Prius or your Earth Roamer, traveling across our beautiful country and seeing what the outdoors has to offer is what makes us all overlanders. Appreciate each and every one of you for making it to the end of this video. And as always, we will see you in the next one.